happened? What? How did I get here? Oh, it's been 10 months, almost a year. I haven't been here in a while. Oh man. Oh man, I wonder what happened. Hello again. After a long time, it's me. It's me again. I'm back for now. Hopefully, I'll stay back. So yeah, I have been gone for a little while now, and why, you might ask? Well, I got busy over last summer, not this summer, one a year ago now. I had nothing to do. I wasn't working because of COVID. I didn't have school because it's the summer, and I had a lot of time, so I could do a lot of things. Now, not so much. Around, now, school started, and I was not able to upload as much because I didn't have as much time. And, well, it was my senior year, so it was my last year. So I was focused on, school, because a good boy should be. So, after school ended, I wanted to start working again because I had no money. So I started working again, and I just continued to be busy, and I just was not making content like I was wanting to, even though I probably could have, to be honest. But yeah, now first and foremost, I didn't wreck the Miata. As much as it would have been a fantastic story, the Miata is fine, as far as I know. The real reason I put that is, well, not really. The real reason I put that is so that you would click the video. So hopefully now that you've clicked it, you'll stay to know the real reason why I'm making this video. So, I sold the Miata. Why did I sell the Miata? Why would I sell my, as I called it myself, my attainable dream car? And, well, to be quite honest, it was because I needed something more practical. Now, why did I need something more practical? Well, the Miata, as fun as it is very small. I could only fit one other person in it, and that wouldn't cut it. Also, on the highway, you'd look over if you're passing like a semi, and passing was very difficult because it was slow in the top end, and you'd look over and semi-truck tires, they'd be up above your head, so that was very unnerving. So I sold it to get something more practical, something faster, something better on the highway, and what could possibly fill the fun shoes of the Miata? And it comes from an unlikely place. Now, if you follow me on social media, or I know you personally, you will already know what I got instead. However, if you're new here, or whatever, if you are new here, make sure you subscribe. I'm going to start uploading more, because that's what I should do. But yeah, subscribe, leave a like, I'll do that. Thank you. But anyway, I got to replace my Miata. I got a 2007 Saab 9.3 Aero. Now, some of you are probably like, Saab, what's that? And some of you are probably like, oh yeah, I love Saab. They're pretty cool. Now, Saab, you don't see them very often, and there's a specific reason for that. They don't exist anymore. And what that means is most people are like, oh, they don't exist anymore, I'm not going to buy that, because that probably means there's something wrong with them. However, that is not the case. So now, they are very cheap, and I'm not trying to drive up the value or anything. In fact, I'd prefer they stay low because it's nice. But, they are relatively cheap, and they are relatively rare. So, yeah, I got a 9.3 Aero, and the Aero means that instead of the usual 2-liter 4-cylinder, it has a 2.8-liter V6 that is also turbocharged, It also has 6-speed manual and a bunch of other very awesome, handy stuff. It's front-wheel drive, which will be nice in the winter time. It's big. It's 4 doors. I can fit 4 people in there. Obviously, I could probably fit 5 if I tried. It has a lot of trunk space. It is excellent on the highway, and it is a incredibly fun car. You wouldn't expect it because it's a big 4-door car, but it rivals, if not supersedes, the Miata in how much fun. I have had a lot of fun with that car. Now, me being an idiot, I've not documented very much of owning it or getting it. I have a few videos from when I got it, which I will play now.
Catch if you went by so fast.
So, yeah, that was getting it. It is a very good car. It had a few issues, some of which are fixed at this point, but when I got it, the tires were terrible. Not only were they old, they were all mismatched. I think there was 2 that were the same, and one was on the front, one was on the back. Then the other 2 were just completely different, not the same. Then there was, if you had it above like 4,500 RPM, there would be a low oil pressure light that would come on. And the first time it came on, it scared the living daylights out of me. I decided that I would just send it, and I just kept driving because, well, for a couple of reasons. One, I was on a busy highway. 2, I had no real reason, no real way to contact my parents who I was following. And 3, figured that if there was damage to the engine, it probably already happened. So I continued driving, and like 30 seconds later, it turned back off. And I considered that as a light that was probably something wrong with the engine. And as it turned out, it is a relatively common failure on these cars that the oil pressure switch fails. So I replaced that, and it hasn't happened since, which I'm very thankful for, because I would not want to replace that engine right away. Another thing that is a bit more obvious is the paint. I have since started working on doing that, but when I got it, it was pretty bad sun damage, which is a blessing and a curse. The blessing part of it is the car's from California, which means that there is not very much rust underneath it. There's some still, because it has had some time in the Midwest, but when it was first imported, it was imported into California. So while the paint is damaged, and while it is going to be a pain to fix that, there's not that much rust. So I would prefer not having rust than fixing paint. The other issue with that is a lot of the plastic is very dry rotted, and when I first got it, there was a low wiper fluid light. So I got some wiper fluid that I had from the Miata or the Corolla, I think, one of the two, and I filled it up, and I was like, wow, this takes a lot, because I kept pouring and pouring and pouring, and it didn't even seem like it was filling up. And then I heard dripping, so I looked down, and it's leaking out from the reservoir. So I see something that looks like a crack, so I push it gently. I was not like trying to push it hard, I was just, pushing it a little bit, and my finger goes right through the plastic, and it turns out that the plastic was completely shot, completely dry rotted. You could do this very gently, just crunch away. So I replaced that as well as the motor because it was broken, and now it works currently, and I just did that a couple weeks ago, so it took me a little while to get it done, but I did it eventually. The other thing that was wrong with it, and still continues to be wrong with it a little bit, was there a lot of lights that were out. Thankfully, all of the interior lights so far seem to work. I haven't had to replace those, and overall the interior is in fantastic condition. But there was a reverse light out, both of the rear fog lights were out. Let's see, on the front, the two front position lights, which are just like daytime running lights, were out. Side markers on the front side markers are out still. The fog lights on the front are still out. But I have fixed all of the rear ones, and I'm working on fixing the front ones still, because some of them I have to basically rewire them in order to get them to work, which is going to be a pain, but it'll be a learning experience, so look at it that way. I've also painted the hood to be the Swedish flag, and I have fallen in love with it, so it's probably going to stay in some way, shape, or form. And I'm currently working on fixing the rest of the paint. Still kind of deciding how exactly, so I will keep posting you guys on the progress of that in videos. Other than that, I have new tires that I did almost right away. That was pretty expensive, but I have very nice tires. And the other thing that was wrong with it was it had a leaky strut, so I replaced all 4 of them. I had to get new springs because the front 2 were broken, which was odd. But more recently, I had some buddies that went to a local junkyard, and they ended up finding something amazing. They found it was a year younger than mine, so same like generation and everything. 9.3, it was a 2.0T, so not a V6, which is a bit of a bummer, but I'm not complaining too much. But it had Megan Racing coilovers on it. Now, new, these are about $1,000, but we went the next day and yanked them off the car and got them for a little less than $70. So I have those on the car now, so it's sitting a little bit lower, and it is the best thing ever. For coilovers, they are very comfortable. I will make a full video kind of detailing my thoughts on them, as well as something else that you guys will see hopefully soon. But yeah, other than that, the engine, like I mentioned, 2.8 liter turbo V6, makes 250 horsepower, 250 torque. That's the crank, I believe. So it boogies. It's pretty quick. On the highway, it is fantastic. 6-speed manual. 4 doors. It just crossed 114,000 miles, so it is very low miles, and I love it. I think it is a fantastic car, and I am very much looking forward to making content with it. But yeah, thank you for watching. If you made it this far and you aren't already, please subscribe. I'm hoping to get back into making videos. If the editing is a little bit scuffed, I'm no longer using Adobe products because they are too expensive. So I am trying out some new video editing softwares and some new photo editing softwares. So if it's a little bit scuffed, then please excuse that. I'm doing my best. I want to make videos again, and I'm trying to get back into it. So yeah, leave a thumbs up, leave a comment of stuff that you want to see. I can do more like Saab history stuff if you're interested in that. I can talk more about what I want to do to that car, what I have done, because I've done a few things other than what I've just talked about now. I'm already planning on making a bit of a catch-up video with more like visual stuff so I can actually show you guys what I've done. I am taking autocrossing in 2 days now, so that'll be exciting. And yeah, other than that, thank you for watching once again. Thank you for subscribing, liking, commenting, and yeah, I will see you guys in the next video, which I'm hoping to do weekly videos and stuff. So yeah, I will slowly be updating the channel from the Miata. So yeah, thank you once again. This has been a long drawn out outro. I don't really care, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.